A fun fact about me is I'm actually, even though I'm a progressive, socially democratic liberal, I'm a huge NASCAR fan. Parents got me into it. They're also left leaning. My first race was the 2001 Daytona 500. And I heard about this guy, Dale Earnhardt, how he was amazing, how he was great, how awesome he was. And throughout that race, he was great and awesome. Until the last lap, where he passed away. A tragic car accident that shaped how I saw the sport and the reality of it. I thought nothing would ever eclipse that for me as a sports fan, let alone a racing fan. And years went by. The next biggest one, even though he was retired, was in 2020 with Kobe, when he passed away. Today, with Kyle Busch's passing, it is one of those days as a NASCAR fan that is legitimately one of the hardest days to go through. Because this is a guy I've watched since day one. This wasn't Dale, who I heard stories about and saw clips of. This is a guy I seen as a rookie in 2005, replacing the great Terry Labonte, my dad's favorite driver, and proving that he was worth it in the time of the 5 car, and then in the 18 car, where then he became the biggest bad guy driver, but is what the sport needed at the time. Make no mistake about it, Kyle Busch is what NASCAR needed at that time. In a transition time of legends like Stewart, Gordon, Matt Kenseth slowly going the wayside, he was starting to go on the ascension. Him, Logano, Hamlin, Harvick, just to name a few. And make no mistake, he wasn't the future for Rick Hendrick. That was Brian Vickers. The less we say about him, the better. Look him up. You're not going to like what you see after that. And he was supposed to be the future. That was Casey Kane, Jimmy McMurray, all of them, Martin Truex Jr., all various different level successes after that. But Kyle Busch was the best of all of them. He loved driving a loose race car. He loved driving a tight race car. But he loved racing a loose one because that was the most he could get out of the car, or he felt like he could drive it. The dude was a racer. And he could have succeeded in any racing venue he could have done. Could have been Indy, could have been F1, could have been anywhere. The guy would have been successful. He just got it. And he had great moments on the radio where him just outburst and going crazy. Look up the radioactive clips from him in his early days. It's phenomenal. But then he grew up, had a family, had kids through IVF. Heard miraculous things about him working with autistic children, and with a kid, with me as a person with autism, fills up my heart with joy. Seeing him become an elder statesman and a guy that the fans grew to love. and became an underdog. Because he wasn't what he once was, but he still was trying his best. And he's not in the best equipment in the world, but by God, he's trying his best. Hell, this year, the biggest story in free agency in NASCAR hot free agency was where Kyle Busch was going. Was he going to stay in RCR? Was he going to go to Spire? Was he going to go to back to Hendrick? NASCAR still needs guys like Kyle Busch. And I think they're going to get that with guys like Carson Hocevar. Still with Denny Hamlin. But things like this today is why you don't take the little things for granted in life. And why you always appreciate the small moments. Because they can be taken away just like that. Richard Childress again having to deal with another driver passing away far too soon, far too young, and having to replace that driver far too soon. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for his family, heartbreaking for his fans, heartbreaking for Richard Childress dealing with this again. He has to deal with this again. It's just an unfortunate situation for sport already dealing with a rough 2026 with injuries and death and things like that. My heart goes out to all Kyle Busch's fans. My heart goes out to his family. My heart goes out to Richard Childress. And man, it's going to be really weird in the Coke 600 not seeing Kyle Busch there.